Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Are you ready for ring time? Great. Grab a chair and let's get started. Who can tell me what day today is? Yay! Happy Friday, everybody! Yay! And Friday is the 5th day of the week. Let's count it out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5th day of the week. It's also the day before the weekend. Yay! Can you remember what our theme for this week was? Very good. Our theme for this week has been transport. Can you remember what means of transport are? Wow, you guys are just too clever. Yes, means of transport are the things that we travel in, like buses, cars, taxis, planes, trains, and even your feet is a means of transport, your feet and your legs. Next, can you remember what modes of transport are? Very good. Modes of transport is where we actually do the traveling, like in the air, on the ground, or on the water. Can you think of a means of transport for air? Yes, an aeroplane or an helicopter. And can you think of a means of transport for water? Very good, a boat or a submarine. Next, can you think of a means of transport for land? Yes, cars and taxis and buses and trains. Wow, there are so many means of transport for land. Hey guys, let's quickly go and have a look at what Teacher Sally has to teach us today. Then we're going to come back and do some baking, yummy yummy, and then we'll do some Friday fun exercises.
Good morning, guys. Teacher Sal here today. How are you all doing? I hope you've enjoyed your week learning all about transport. And it's been so cold. I hope you've been dressing warmly and keeping warm, either by the fire or by the heater, and staying in your pajamas if Mom let you all day. I know I would if I could. So today is Friday, and Friday is the 5th day of our week. It's also the last day of our school week. Let's clap out our days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. 7 days in our week. And today, what I thought we could do was do a bit of a recap on our theme. We're going to sing the songs that I taught you this week, all about transport. And we're going to do something fun. We're going to do some baking. And then I'm going to read you a story. So first of all, what I want to show you is how to make your very own aeroplane. Because we learned about transport this week. We have been learning about transport. An aeroplane is one of the forms of transport. So what Teacher Sal has done, I'm going to show you, is I have a boudoir biscuit. I don't know if you have seen those biscuits before. I'm sure you have and possibly eaten them, or I call it a finger biscuit. So I've just got a little piece of paper here, and I've got one finger biscuit. That's going to be for the body of our plane. Then I've taken another finger biscuit and I've broken it into 2 halves, and that is going to be the wing of our aeroplane, or the wings. And then I'm sure you all like these. I've got 3 different colored jelly tots, which are going to be our windows on the aeroplane. So now I'm going to show you how to make your own little aeroplane. So just take a little piece of paper And then I've made some icing, and I'm just going to put a little bit of icing on the paper. This is just like the baking we do at school. When we are at school, we do baking every Wednesday. So I'm just going to put the body of the aeroplane. See, I've stuck it down. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put a bit of icing on either side of the body of the aeroplane so that we can stick the wings. I'll show you now what that looks like. One wing and two wings. And now we have the body of our aeroplane with our two wings. And now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of icing on the body of the aeroplane so that we can stick the lights. So you see what I've done is I've put icing sugar on the body of the aeroplane, and now I'm going to put the lights. And now we have our aeroplane, our biscuit aeroplane. That's something fun to do if you can. And guys, if Mom and Dad can let you make one, that would be really nice. And if you don't have the finger biscuits, perhaps you can use these. You can use pretzels if Mom has got, and you can make an aeroplane with that. You can even make the body with the pretzels, and then you can do wings. Okay, just something fun to do. I thought you would enjoy that. Lots and lots of fun. I wish I could share this with you. I have a feeling though, if it sits here for much longer, my dog's going to come eat it. So Teacher Sal better go and eat that just now with a nice cup of tea. Well, I hope you had fun doing that. So what I think we should do is we should do our transport song. And we'll start off our transport song with the rocket. Remember, I made the rocket yesterday with you. Let's start our transport song. The rocket in the sky goes up, blast off. The rocket in the sky, blast off. The rocket goes in the sky, blast off. All in space. And then remember our yellow submarine. Oh goodness, Teacher Sal, we did the other day. Remember, that's the periscope, and at the top it can look what's going on. So the yellow submarine goes under the water, under the water, under the water. The yellow submarine goes under the water in our deep blue sea. And then we have our boat. Remember we learned about boats the other day? Let's sing that with our boat. The boat in the sea goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The boat in the sea goes up and down, all in the sea. And then we have the car. Remember we made the car? For those of you who got your care packs, you got all of that to make your very own car. And that's the fire at the back of the car. The car on the road goes beep, 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 beep. The cars on the road go beep, 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 all over town. And then the aeroplane, which was also in the care pack for those of you who collected, and Teacher Sal showed you how to make that. The aeroplane flies in the sky, left and right, left and right, left and right. The plane in the sky goes left and right, up so very high. Lots of fun. And then I think we should sing, which we did yesterday when we did our rocket. We did a song. Climb aboard the spaceship, we're going to the moon. Hurry and get ready, we're going to blast off soon. Put on your helmets and buckle up real tight. Here comes the countdown, let's count with all our might. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! And then let's do our Yellow Submarine song. Where's a picture of our Yellow Submarine? Okay. We love to see the deep sea in our Yellow Submarine. We're really keen to see the underwater scene. We love to see the deep sea in our Yellow Submarine. We love to see the deep sea in our Yellow Submarine. We love to see the deep sea in our Yellow Submarine. We're really too keen to see the underwater scene. We love to see the deep sea in our Yellow Submarine. And then we've got our song about the big blue boat. I love to sail in my big blue boat, my big blue boat, my big blue boat. I love to sail in the big blue boat, out on the deep blue sea. My big blue boat, it has 2 red sails, 2 red sails, 2 red sails. My big blue boat, it has 2 red sails, out on the deep blue sea. My big blue boat goes up and down, up and down, up and down. My big blue boat goes up and down, out in the deep blue sea. Lots and lots of fun, hey guys? So we've really had fun this week learning about transport, haven't we? I've taught you about the tractor, the Yellow Submarine, the boat, and we did the rocket yesterday. And teacher Stephanie, I know, has been teaching you about trains, all other types of transport too. So I think by now you should know lots about transport, hey? So I thought we could read a story today, just a short story. And it's actually called, the book is called Friday Surprise, which is just perfect because today is our Friday ring time. So the story is called Wobble Wobble. On Tuesday, Bryce asked Mommy if he could ride his bike all the way to the park. You know I'm steady enough, he told her. I know, said Mummy, but just to be certain, why don't we see if you can get as far as the shop on the corner without falling off? It's a test, asked Bryce. Sort of, his Mummy said. And there is Bryce and his Mummy, and he's going to go riding. So off Bryce went on his bike down the path to the shop on the corner. Wobble, 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 which means he wasn't steady on his bike. The lumpiest place was outside the flower shop, where the workmen had dug the pavement twice in a row. Careful, called Mummy, be very careful. The bike swayed from side to side, and Bryce nearly lost his balance. But in the end, he managed to save himself and he made it past the last of the lumpy patches and on to the shop on the corner. "Well done," Mum said. "Brilliant! Brilliant! You did it! Off to the park we go." And now he's riding in the park. Let's see what happens. And that's what happened. That's the end of our little story about Bryce learning to ride his bicycle. So you see, it wasn't really a test. He just got on his bike, and as he rode, he just became more and more confident, and he didn't wobble anymore. What a nice story. Well, guys, I hope you've had lots of fun this week learning about our theme. I know I have, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again on Monday and teaching you something new. And what I'm really looking forward to is to see you all back at school. I've missed you all so very much, but I hope that you are behaving for Mum and Dad at home and playing nicely with your brothers and sisters and pets if you have. And remember, keep warm, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Play nicely out in the sun, because I believe it's going to be quite warm. Lots and lots of love. Teacher Sal will see you Monday. Bye.
Thanks, Teacher Sal. Well, guys, are you ready for some fun baking? But before we get started, go wash your hands, because it's very important to always wash your hands before you could do any cooking or any eating. Let's see, what are we going to make today? Because our theme for this week is transport. I thought, let's make a car. What I used is a Marie biscuit. And who can tell me which shape this is? Yes, it's a rectangular shape. And this is a Good Morning biscuit. But you guys can use anything that you have at home. And if you don't have biscuits, you can always use a piece of toast. And some marshmallows. And of course, some icing sugar. Let's start by icing our breakfast biscuit. Let's put some icing on here. Yummy, yummy. Next, let's stick on the roof of our car. There it goes. Next, we're going to run our wheel. I think that this might look a bit more like a truck than a car. And there you have it. Here is our Friday fun baking. Now guys, before we can eat our yummy baking, let's go do our Friday fun exercises. I thought for some Friday fun, we can do the freeze song.
Let's play the party freeze game.
For our Friday freeze song
Now
dance?
remember,
Great, let's do it.
when I say freeze, freeze. And when I say dance, dance. Dancing, dancing all around. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Dancing any way you please. But stop
When I say
freeze. Everybody, get ready to hop. Hopping, hopping all around. Hopping, hopping
Skipping, skipping all around. Skipping, skipping, skipping.
Skipping any way you please. But stop when
Are you ready?
Everybody, get ready to twirl! Twirling, twirling all around. Twirling, twirling, twirling. Twirling any way you please. But stop when I say freeze! Everybody, get ready to dance! Dancing, dancing all around. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Dancing any way you please. But stop when I say freeze!
Great, guys! I hope you enjoyed that. Phew, that was fun. Next, I think what we should maybe do is let me teach you how to draw your own car. How exciting. Hey guys, I'm going to be drawing my car on my whiteboard with my whiteboard marker. But you can draw it on a piece of paper if you want. First, I'm going to start off with my rectangle because that's the easiest way to draw a car. Now, we're going to do half of a circle. Remember, the car comes out almost round like that. Next, let's give our car some tires. We're going to do 2 round tires because we're looking at it from the side. Now, I think what we should do is take out our rectangle lines here because our tires don't have that kind of line going through them. But if you want, you can draw your tire like that to show that it's going around. What do you think? No, I don't think so. Next, you're going to draw in your windshield. This is what your mummy uses to look through. And let's do the back window. And let's do a side window for you. You get all sorts of cars. You get big cars, small cars, and all sorts of funny looking cars. Now, let's try and round this off a bit. We're going to take that rectangle line out. And that's your car basically done. But let's do some spotlights at front so that your mummy can shine so nice and bright. So we have our spotlight. Let's do some trim down the side. And of course an exhaust pipe where all of the car fumes and smoke comes out. So guys, what do you think of my car? Let's give it a road. And there it goes. I hope you guys have fun drawing your own car. And please ask your mummies and daddies to send me a photo. I hope you guys enjoyed drawing your cars. Now, for our last Friday fun, we'll read A Bus Called Heaven. Wow, that sounds interesting. This bus brought change to Stella Street. Traffic slowed where no traffic had slowed before. People stopped and talked together, just a little, but they talked. Stella changed too. She took her thumb from her mouth, where it usually lived, and said, "Mummy, that old bus is sad as a whale on a beach." Then she pushed open the door and climbed on board. Wow! Stella, the color of moonlight, stood among the bottles and cans and rubbish. She was so pale you could almost see through her. "It could be ours," she whispered. "Whose?" asked Nikki, Vicky, Alex, Jasmine, and Poe. "What did you say?" asked Mr. Dimpton. I wonder which who went to the old grubby bus. "Ours," she said louder. "Well, whoever it is, it needs to come off the road," said Stella's mum. And when Dad came home that afternoon, he found an old bus where the front of the garden used to be. "The wheels stick out on the pavement," he said. "There are sure to be regulations." "Well, it's staying here," said Stella. "That's my regulation." Next morning, Stella looked out of her front window. People sat on the wall where no one had sat before. Under the bus were Esther, Ratus, Chelsea, and Charles. "Mummy," said Stella, "I'm going out." And she joined them. That day, the bus settled in. Weeds nudged up around the tires, snails made silver trails, and a pair of sparrows nested in the old engine. While the children played, the grown-ups mopped up and scrubbed and polished. That night, the bus saw a bit of new paint. "Hello, boys," said Mum. "I've got an idea. Come back tomorrow and you can paint the whole bus. Make it sparkle." Next morning, Stella drew a picture for the rats to copy. People came with donations for the old bus. Poppy brought her goldfish. Luke gave a set of super comics. Stella carried in her table of football with the goalie missing. Oh no. Mrs. Travis brought a bus cake. And Lucy lent her dog Bear for anyone who needs to just sit and pat something. Oh, that bus sounds quite fun. Life returned to the old bus. Stella's fingers fluttered and her football spun. The baby scrawled, people laughed, kids fought. Granddad scratched dogs. Meetings were planned, couples met, and the Flings showed their holiday pictures. One Saturday morning, just outside Stella's house, there was music and dancing. There were picnics and laughter. Then a tow truck arrived. Oh no, that does not sound good. It's against regulations, said the driver. This bus is causing an obstruction. He means it sticks out, Stella's dad whispers. The bus has to go, said the driver. As the front wheels left the ground, snails dropped from under the bus and a twittering came from an old engine. Oh no! Go where? Gasped the crowd. Oh! To the boneyard, came a reply. Oh no! The boneyard is where they take all of the old cars that don't run anymore. The crowd pleaded for their bus, but the boneyard boss came out to join the driver and shook his head. This one is for the crusher. A little pink glow crept across Stella's cheek. 3 rescued snails were deep in her pocket. Excuse me, she said. Shall we play table football? You can have the only goalie, but if I win, I'll keep the bus. Oh, poor Stella. And why? Asked the boneyard boss. Tell me why I should play you for the bus. Because, replied Stella, there are sparrows nesting in the engine. The game began, handles spun, the ball smacked end to end, then goal! Stella scored. She followed that with 9 more and won. The boss put out his hand. Joe, he said. Stella, said Stella, and shook it. What a good sport. Thank you, said Stella, and the crowd cheered. Yay! I know where we can take it, said Stella. While the others pushed and the mom sat up in front to steer, almost back to where they started from, and when the old bus came to the rest at last, everyone else needed to rest too. Well, almost everyone. That evening, in the vacant almond just behind Stella's house, music drifted high over the city and the grass danced flat around the bus called heaven. Okay guys, that's all we have time for today. I hope you have an amazing weekend and we'll see you again on Monday. Bye!